Welcome back. You're watching Daybreak with me, Tolu or Jeremy. Now let's look at today's front pages of the newspapers from across the country and, of course, the continent and around the world. Let's start with our sister media house, our sister publication, which is This Day. The bold front page headline is "Stock Market Defies Odds, Gains 15.6 trillion naira in 9 months." It's got the writer, analysts forecast bright future for both. Say market remains resilient, but for how long? On top of that, Tinubu First Lady, Akpabio, Abbas, Atiku, governors, PDP, APC, others mourn Patience Eno. Describe her as humble, resilient, kind, dedicated to her people. We also have at the very top, of that front pages, Baguda, UK, US citizens also facing cost of living crisis, urges Nigerians to be patient with Tinubu. Yerima says banditry test from God. Really? Let me take that again. Bagudu, UK, US citizens also facing cost of living crisis. Two riders urges Nigerians to be patient with Tinubu. Yerima says banditry test from God. You heard that. Musawa in New York says Nigeria's creative economy poised for global impact. Let's move away from that and let's quickly see what we have in Weekend Trust. Weekend Trust, a decade after survivors recall deadly just terminus explosions. You can see that on page 8 of Weekend Trust. And beside it is allowed time originally for irrigation, former Lake Chad Basin MD. You find that on page 26. 27 billion naira fraud. EFCC arrests ex-Taraba governor Darius Ishaku. You find that on page 35. Hashtag fearless in October. Presidency moves to stop protest. Remember the last time they had a nationwide protest, which they called hashtag end bad governance. They said we're coming back in October. So that's the reason you're having this front page of Weekend Trust. The screaming headline, hashtag fearless in October, presidency moves to stop protest. It's got 3 riders, no going back, organizers. No one has notified us, police. And the last rider, federal government should respond to yearnings of Nigerians, Professor Fage. We move away from that and then we quickly see how well we can do with the... Okay, let me quickly take a look at the Punch. The Punch newspaper, how Bobrisky spent jail term in Kirikiri special cell. You find that on the front page of the Punch. It's got 2 riders. Cross-dresser received visitors in prison. Controversy trails correctional officers suspension. That's on the front page of the Punch this morning. Loads. Okay, let me quickly run through. Let me see if I can still do. You had a stick peek of that earlier. So let me see if I can quickly give you something from The Guardian. Okay, I'm not done with the Punch. I'm not done with the Punch yet. Okay, The Guardian. Let me see. Okay, let's do the foreign newspapers right away. The foreign newspapers. The Daily Telegraph. Boris's war cry in COVID invade Holland. It's a race against time this morning. Okay, Boris's war cry in COVID invade Holland. That's on the front page of the Daily Telegraph. That's the foreign telegraph right there. Inside, William Sitwell. Metal smart glasses are mega boring. Under that, Harris plays celebrity utopia of Montecito. Okay, that's right on the front page of the Daily Telegraph. On top of that, I can't remember how much bonking I did. Who is saying that? You want to find out? It's Irene Thoreau. Well, you want to find it from the Daily Telegraph. Cost of dressing the world's first ladies. That's something for you to check out. Again, from the Daily Telegraph this weekend, maybe with a cup of tea or cup of coffee as you enjoy your weekend. Underneath the screaming headline is Hezbollah chief targeted in Israel airstrike. That's what you find on the front page of the Daily Telegraph. Daily Mail, what about Daily Mail? Starting today, the political memoir of the century. Night I refused to go to sleep in intensive care because I feared I would never wake up again. That's coming from Boris Johnson. It is an exclusive right there. Boris' dramatic plan for military raid on Holland to snatch back our vaccines. We're saying that. Do you want to find out? Check the Daily Mail, pages 10 to 18 of the Daily Mail. You'll find all of the details right there. Israel's warning to Iran. That's iWeekend. iWeekend is another foreign newspaper right there. iWeekend. Israel's warning to Iran. What's that warning about? Do you want to find out from that publication? Exclusive, hundreds of post office prosecutions may be linked to second faulty IT system. And that's interesting, isn't it? Dame Maggie Smith, a witty colossus of a stage and screen. That's talking about culture right there. Travel, what about travel? Winter sun on a budget without the crowds. You want to find out from iWeekend. That's from iWeekend. Renner's anger mounts at hostile labor briefings. You find out at the top, the very top of iWeekend, with the writer power struggle at top of government. It's got something beside it on the front page, the right front corner. I'm not going to be the one to read that to you. You find that out on iWeekend if you get a copy of iWeekend. Let me end with Financial Times Weekend. Financial Times Weekend. UK faces huge funding gap on capital projects. UK faces huge funding gap on capital projects with two riders, £700 billion of public needs not financed. Second rider, Reeves told to ditch absurd debt rule. And of course, that's how we wrap up the dailies today on Daybreak. That's all we have time for here on Daybreak. Let me quickly say goodbye from me. Please do keep it here on Arise News.